Welcome back to the Wyoming Western. Thought I'd get a short video update because I'm too lazy to type up what I've been doing the last couple, 2-3 weeks. I'm standing above the stairs, right at the stairs at the back, stairs into the layout, and I've finished the lower level. If you remember, I just finished over the top of the stairs, and it ended right about here. So I spent the last month or so constructing and putting the homosode on the lower level, and it's now complete all the way around to where it connects into Denver, which is the lower staging yard on my left here. So as you can see, I had to drop 11 inches going over the stairwell. Short wall is at 41 inches, and Denver here is at 30 inches. So I had to climb approximately 11 inches over about 70 feet. So it's just under a little over 1.2% grade. But since I wanted some flat areas for towns and switching opportunities, my grades are anywhere from 1.5 to almost 2% going around. So as I leave Denver, I start climbing, and coming around, I have my first flat area, which is along here, and you can see the two branch lines, the UP and the CB and Q, are split, one on either side with a flat area in between, and then the flat area is also protruding on the other end. This first area is going to be the Coors Brewing Company out of Golden, Colorado, and it's in dedication to my good friend Larry Cannon, MMR, who is a wusswater aficionado. So this is going to be for you, Larry. You may have to make all the buildings for it, though, by the way. Okay, as we leave and depart out of here, we're climbing, both of them climb, and we come to the second flat area, and there will be a crossover. The two branch lines will actually cross here with the UP going into the back and the CB and Q coming forward, and will be the switching area. And I think I've moved Boulder to here in the Valmont power plant. I had originally going to put it on the back wall, but I think it'll do better here. And then I've got a couple other thoughts in mind for the other areas. So again, I've got a flat area here, extends a little bit farther, that allows me just a little bit more switching and town capabilities. Then it climbs on up to what was going to be Boulder, and as you can see, there's a big flat area all the way around the corner, and it's basically flat completely to the back wall. So now I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this area. From there, after this corner and switching, it does steadily climb until it reaches the stairs. Okay, so in addition to that, I've been working on my turnout control panels quite a bit. I installed another dozen tortoise, and so I've included turnout panels as far as I've got. I better come back and see the Hannah coal area, which is in the back corner. I have a double crossing that is now in and wired. Hard to see in the light with the outside light. The crossing at West Laramie is in, so that one's ready to go. I've also, as shown earlier, I've wired each of the individual tracks for on-off switches in Laramie, so that I can leave locos there and they aren't making a bunch of noise. Then we have the East Laramie crossing. That's so that you can get from tracks 1 to track 2, etc. And while I'm here, I might as well show it. This is a roll of vinyl flashing that I got here to, it's basically PVC material, and I'm going to try and use that for some of the backdrop on the lower level. We'll see how that goes. I've got a friend coming over. We're going to try and play with that a little bit. So proceeding on, the other tortoise boards I've got in is the one for Dale Junction, where track 3 departs from track 2 as it heads over to Sherman. The Dale crossing, which is right here, is on my workbench right now, and the tortoises are in, as you can see, but it's about ready to go. Then I do have the West Sherman crossing, which is up here, and that board is in, as well as the East Sherman crossing, which is on the east end of Sherman. And then we come down in, and I've got the West Granite crossing, which I've had for a while, and the layout board for Granite entry and exit. And the next thing I've been doing, a friend came over and suggested I move this lower track out about 6 or 8 inches so that I can have more room for the mountain that's going to go in here, so that when I put the deck bridge in, I'll have more room for the scenery. So I've done that. And then I've started working on the back CB&Q area, which is the next section I'm going to be trying to finish up. And it's finished in the corner, and I'm going to go through and kind of show you a little bit about this on my magic cart. So this is my magic little cart that I get in and out with, and all I have to do is bend over, put a hand on it, and I walk in through, and I'm there, and I don't have to crawl or any of the rest of it. So let me crawl under here. In the corner, there will be an operator that operates the passenger area here and the stuff in and out of this side of Cheyenne. But as you can see coming down the back wall, maybe you can, the CB&Q line is this high line here. And it splits at the end, way down by the end of Basin Co-op up on that upper level. And it does come down in to Cheyenne. So this is the CB&Q track that comes into Cheyenne, and will eventually go over to a couple track yard for dropping off cars that are going to interchange with the UP. Then it will file out past behind Tower A and reconnect to the UP Mainline 1 if it's headed towards Laramie. I wanted the ability to come out of Montana through Wyoming, and then when I got to Cheyenne, get on over towards Omaha. So that's why I created this runaround track, which is going to come off, and it comes into Cheyenne, can cross over and go on in over to the Cheyenne East Yard, and then from there it can proceed out towards Omaha. So that's what I've been working on now. I've got the track laid all the way around and up to the CNS bridge, which we'll go take a look at. So the CNS bridge, which crosses the UP main lines, is basically here. And even though it's not white like it's supposed to be, I decided I'm too lazy to paint it right now. So then the CB&Q will head out along here and start descending towards the lower level and towards Denver. And this other track is the Spear track that comes out of track 3 and also heads towards Denver. So that's pretty much the update of what I've been doing. The next things I'm going to finish are the wiring for the CNS and the UP branches out of Denver, and in that back corner, finish the track around to Fort Collins, which is over here. And I did extend Fort Collins out about 8 inches so that I have more switching capabilities here. So I'll get both of the tracks in and done and wired till here, And I've ordered 12 more tortoise to work on. And then the next thing I'm going to do is order about 10 reels of LED 5-meter strings and get some light on these lower levels so that as I proceed with track work, I can have a little more light. So that's where we're at right now. So thank you much. And we'll come back and revisit the Wyoming and Western here shortly.